Go into our discussion segment because a massive global tech outage has resulted in disruptions for Microsoft users and many industries actually, including travel and finance. And this is due to a software update for global cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike. And joining us now to talk about the possible implications is regional cybersecurity analyst and IT specialist Shivam Teelucksingh, all the way over there in Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome, Shivam.
Hi guys, thanks again for having me. Wonderful to be here.
Indeed. Well, what can you tell us about the outage? How is CrowdStrike connected to these industries affected?
So essentially, CrowdStrike is a cybersecurity entity, cybersecurity company. They provide endpoint security to many companies throughout the region as well as worldwide. And essentially, they install their software onto the desktop using cloud technology. Now, other cybersecurity solutions, they would basically install their software and their application on the back end to the servers, whereas they actually CrowdStrike installs to the system itself on the laptop. And because they roll out this update, it has caused and manifested into the blue screen of death when users restart the system, because they would have to force restart in terms of to get the update fully installed on the system. And that's basically happening throughout the world right now, rendering persons unable to use their laptop, not even log into Windows.
My goodness. In your opinion, what are the possible implications for the Caribbean?
Well, right now, a few banks have been affected. So persons, clerks, etc., that has CrowdStrike installed on the system are unable to log in to even do transactions, to even do anything like that. Airports as well. What happened with majority of them, even one in India right now, is that they have to go back to pen and paper, literally signing off on boarding passes, just to get persons boarded out there.
So Shivam, what's the financial impact of an outage of this nature?
A lot of money is going to be lost through angry persons. I'm sure persons will want to sue CrowdStrike as well as any other vendors that may actually represent CrowdStrike and within that grasp, because they're supposed to provide a service in terms of cybersecurity. It's not supposed to escalate to a point like this. They're supposed to obviously test their updates before rolling out. That's the precautionary measure you need to do when doing something like this. At the end of the day, you need to have all your P's and Q's and check, and you're supposed to have something in place for business continuity in case of something does go wrong, which is what went wrong over the Friday.
Understood. And it's a Friday. It's the end of a work week for most people. And so people are looking forward to their pay, all of those things. But what are some of the mitigation efforts that users of CrowdStrike technology can take?
Precautionary measures, there aren't any right now. They could always test or wait for an update to come out, wait a few weeks. I mean, with any sort of software or even, usually you would wait like a week or two before you do the update. You would check on forums, you would check to see, if there's any issues, implications, or any bugs that have been reported before you do the install on your system. But honestly, it's caused like a lot of hullabaloo here in Trinidad, because some of the Lynx machines don't work, some of the banking applications not working properly. All these things are happening. Persons aren't getting the work done at the end of the day.
How prepared do you believe that the Caribbean is for a similar event which may affect the region?
It depends. It depends, because a lot of things Caribbean corporate likes to do, they like to outsource all of their IT infrastructure to these international companies. And again, this particular company works hand in hand with Microsoft, as well as get vendors to sell this cybersecurity product. So I don't think we're that prepared enough yet. But to even solve this particular issue by chance, they'll have to go in manually and delete some of these CrowdStrike applications and logs from the system itself to get it on, and they have to do it individually, one by one. So if it's 100 persons working in your organization, you have to do every single one manually. It's not like you can just do a rollout, because again, they don't literally have access to the system.
Is this
so this
Go ahead, Shivam. I wanted to know if it was unprecedented, but finish your thought.
Okay. So basically, this is something insane, because persons cannot access the system itself. It's not like they can access just the local side and get the work done. It's the entire system that has just gone down. They're supposed to have something in place. This was business continuity would go in place. Well, a business continuity strategy would happen.
I'm glad that it went there, because we want to know, how can businesses in the Caribbean build cybersecurity resilience to things like these?
And that's the whole thing on the process of it. We tend to go and outsource our software to any large corporation that we think that could get the job done. We don't invest in our own persons or our own cybersecurity solutions and develop it to suit. If we start doing that, we could have that type of business continuity going on. We could have the specialists here. We could have all these things happening and the support to do that.
So that for you is the best way forward. And in the interim?
That would be the best way forward. In the interim, however, they said they were working on an actual fix. But again, as I said, these are like manual fixes. You have to go in one by one to get this fixed. It's not like you can run an update to all these systems and get it fixed. It doesn't work like that with this particular issue.
And it does bring a scary reality into focus for me. And I'm wondering if you as an expert sees that, where all these interconnectivity could just go boom in one moment. Is that a concern for you?
It's always a concern when it comes to IT, depending on whatever field you're in. You know, the whole state of or age of technology, it happens to that particular thing. It's a lot that goes on currently, and it's a lot we need to invest in and actually think about. You know, far too often we try to be proactive and get things done and get it rolling impulsively. We don't think about these type of consequences at the end of the day, and this is something we need to think about a lot more before than just executing to suit or just throwing our money out there to suit.
All right. Well, thank you so much. That's expert cybersecurity analyst and IT specialist based in Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Shivam Teelucksingh. Thanks again, Shivam.
All right. Thanks, guys. Be safe.